Yo, what is it? What it do, my YouTube fam? Let's get right into this SmackDown Live review. To start off the show, we had Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy starts off the show with a pretty good segment. I thought this segment with Jeff Hardy to kick off SmackDown Live was pretty decent. I thought it was pretty good. I'm a huge fan of Jeff Hardy. I've been a Hardy fan ever since I was like 10 or 11. I've been a Hardy fan. I'm a fan of Broken Matt Hardy. I'm a fan of Jeff Hardy ever since he came from Impact Wrestling as Willow and Itchweed. I'm a big fan of. I'm a huge fan of Jeff Hardy. So to kick off SmackDown Live, we have Jeff Hardy in a pretty good segment to start off the show. Jeff Hardy comes out in a really sentimental segment, man. Jeff Hardy, man, you could tell he was being genuine, man. This segment was really awesome with Jeff Hardy. He was being sentimental. He was telling it from his heart, and you could tell he was being really genuine about what he was saying to start off SmackDown Live tonight. So I thought this segment with Jeff Hardy to kick off SmackDown Live was really, really good, man. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Jeff Hardy. I've been a Hardy fan ever since him and Jeff came back to WWE for WrestleMania 36 as the Broken Hardys. But like I said, I thought this segment tonight to kick off SmackDown Live with Jeff Hardy was really good, man. Jeff Hardy was being sentimental. You could tell Jeff really meant what he was saying on the mic tonight. I like Jeff Hardy on the mic as well. So really, really awesome segment with Jeff Hardy tonight to kick off SmackDown Live. And then we had a backstage segment with Mandy and Otis. I don't care. Otis ends up taking King Corbin's crown. Do you care about Mandy Rose and Otis taking the crown of King Corbin? Do you care? The answer is no. And then this will lead up to a match between King Corbin and Otis. Otis ends up going over on King Corbin by DQ. So there you go. They didn't really have a match. Corbin used a steel chair on Otis, and Otis picked up the win over King Corbin by DQ. And then we had a backstage segment with Hey, no, get off my TV, John Morrison and The Miz, or may I say Cemetery Silence John Morrison and The Miz. Hey, no, get off my TV. And then we had a backstage segment with Shorty G. Shorty G gets beat down by Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. Big E and Kofi Kingston come in to make the save of Shorty G when he was being beat down by Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura backstage. And then we had The Miz and Hey, no, John Morrison vandalizing Braun Strowman's car. I don't care. So we had John Morrison and The Miz vandalizing Braun Strowman's car by busting the windshield of Braun Strowman's car. So there you go. And then we had Lacey Evans versus Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville ends up picking up, Lacey Evans ends up picking up the win over Sonya Deville due to a woman's right. Sonya Deville gets distracted by Mandy Rose on the Titantron. Mandy Rose ends up distracting Sonya Deville during her match, and Sonya Deville ends up getting hit with Lacey Evans' woman's right for the win. 1, 2, 3. Lacey Evans picks up the win over Sonya Deville due to a distraction from Mandy Rose. And then we had a backstage segment with Jeff Hardy. I thought a backstage segment with Jeff Hardy was really good as well. And then we had a 6-man tag team match. Big E and Kofi Kingston and Shorty G versus Cesaro, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Mojo Rawley. This was an alright 6-man tag team match. It was what it was. It was decent. It wasn't nothing to write home about. It was a decent 6-man tag team match. We had Big E and then Shorty G and Kofi Kingston versus Mojo Rawley, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro in a 6-man tag team match. It was what it was. I didn't really care for this match. I didn't bother to watch this match. If I said I watched this 6-man tag team match on SmackDown Live tonight, you guys, I'd be lying to you guys. And Kofi Kingston and Shorty G and Shorty G and Kofi Kingston and Big E pick up the win over Mojo Rawley, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro. And then we had Braun Strowman flipping over a white van with hey hey no inside of it. Cemetery Silence, John Morrison, and The Miz. So Miz and Morrison are hiding in a van. Braun Strowman comes out and he flips over the van that Miz and Morrison are hiding in. And then we had a backstage segment with Braun Strowman. And the main event tonight was the women's tag team match. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending their women's tag team championships against the team of My Wifey, Sasha Banks, and Bayley tonight in the main event of SmackDown Live. This was a pretty decent main event. I kind of enjoyed it. WWE kind of showed some tension between Bayley and Sasha Banks near the end of the match when Bayley kicked Sasha Banks out of the ring when Bayley was going for the win against Nikki Cross and for the women's tag team championships. Bayley kicks Sasha Banks out of the ring. Sasha Banks gets a puzzled look on her face like, "What are you doing?" And then Sasha Banks drags Bayley to the corner. Sasha tags herself in. Sasha hits the Banks statement on Nikki Cross for the win. And Bayley and My Wifey, the boss, Sasha Banks, pick up the win and are your new women's tag team champions. So congrats to the wifey. So congrats to My Wifey, Sasha Banks, and Bayley on becoming the new women's tag team champions over Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in the main event tonight of SmackDown Live for the women's tag team championships. This was a pretty decent main event tonight. This was a pretty decent main event tonight on SmackDown Live with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the wifey Sasha Banks and Bayley for the women's tag team championships. The main event was decent. It was all right. And your new women's tag team champs, the wifey Sasha Banks and Bayley, are your new women's tag team champions. So the wifey Sasha Banks and Bayley become your new women's tag team champions for a second time. So congrats to the wifey Sasha Banks and Bayley becoming a 2-time women's tag team champs. Way to go, man. Absolutely awesome. I'm happy that Sasha Banks is champ again. I'm happy about that. So, there's the only 2 things I liked tonight was the main event for the women's tag team championships with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the wifey Sasha Banks and Bayley for the women's tag team champions. And I liked the kickoff show and I liked the kickoff segment with Jeff Hardy. I liked that segment. And then we had a face-to-face between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. This was all right. And then we had AJ Styles versus Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak ended up rolling up AJ Styles for the win. So there you go. Drew Gulak ended up burying AJ Styles. So if you guys like this SmackDown Live review, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Guys, tell me what you guys thought about SmackDown Live tonight down in the comment section below. Tell me your rating for SmackDown Live tonight. And tell me your guys' thoughts on SmackDown Live tonight down in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys thought about SmackDown Live tonight. I'm going to go 2 out of 10 for SmackDown Live. I like the main event for the Women's Tag Team Championships with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Wifey, Sasha Banks and Bayley. I like that the Wifey is now a two-time Women's Champion. I like that the Wifey, Sasha Banks, is now a two-time Tag Team Champion. And I like this segment with Jeff Hardy to kick off SmackDown Live. So if there's two things I would refer for you guys to go back and watch tonight on SmackDown Live, make sure you go watch the segment with Jeff Hardy and watch the women's main event tonight on SmackDown Live with Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus the Wifey, Sasha Banks and Bayley for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Other than that, SmackDown Live wasn't all that great. It wasn't that good of a show, to be honest. It was I mean, it really didn't do nothing for me. But I'm excited that the Wifey, Sasha Banks, is now a two-time Women's Tag Team Champion. So, I'm going to give SmackDown Live a overall 2 out of 10. It was an ass show. There wasn't much to it. It was kind of the Braun Strowman show tonight. That's all it was. Tonight was just a Braun Strowman show. I don't care. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this SmackDown Live review. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for all your love and support of the channel. Thank you guys for joining my channel. Thank you to the ones who have been joining the channel and ones who have been here from the very start. I really appreciate you guys being here on my channel. I love each and every one of you guys, and I want you guys to know that. And guys, remember, if you like the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications on my YouTube channel. That way you guys won't miss an upload or a live stream on my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for watching this SmackDown Live review. I'm giving SmackDown Live a 2 out of 10. It was an ass show. There wasn't much to it. SmackDown Live it didn't really do anything for me. It was at best. So thank you guys for watching this SmackDown Live review. So again, like I said, if you guys like this SmackDown Live review, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And I will see you guys this Sunday for NXT TakeOver In Your House review. And until then, you guys have a great Friday night. I love you guys. Look after each other and remember to take care of each other. And until then, I'm out.